Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I have my cards all shuffled, ready to go, and I'm going to dive into Amy Coney Barrett, and I want to see what's going on with her, what her karma is that she brought in for this lifetime, and the usual spread I'm doing for all the Supreme Court justices. Okay, so Amy. Okay, so what's going on in her life? The forces in motion in her life. Ooh, we have the five of wands. Make sure I get the glare off here. So she's in a lot of struggle. There's struggle and there's competition. She's not getting along on the bench. She's not getting along with the people that she's working with her peers, of course. So that's interesting. Okay, and her challenge, what's her biggest challenge going on? Is to be in truth, is to get to the clear place, to be in, in clarity, doing her job. Okay, and then next I'm going to draw 2 cards for the karma she brought in to heal. Okay, ooh. So I have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So that has me thinking that she's recovering from something from her past lifetimes. Bringing this into this lifetime, there is improvement. There's some improvement, but usually, when this card is straight up, it's self-esteem issues. It's feeling put out, shut out from the cold. And of course, this is in front of a church, and we know that she's very religious. So this is interesting. So maybe she has come in this lifetime with this card reversed because, with this quality, this energy and consciousness of, feeling like there's a lot of rejection, and when it's straight up, there's financial loss, rejection, debt usually. When it's straight up, when it's reversed, like it is, for her, it's recovery over those issues. But I'm feeling like recovery over, like, in what way? Why? But this is her challenge now. Okay, so she's trying to, or no, I'm sorry, that's not her challenge. Her challenge was to tell the truth. It's to be in clarity and be in truth with the Ace of Swords. Her past life challenge that she's brought in for this lifetime. Now, I think she is still dealing with trying to recover. I just keep hearing recover. Trying to recover. So recover from what? Well, I also have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So that tells me there's, it's recovery over financial issues, like not having the opportunity. With the Ace of Pentacles, you're in debt, and this card, when it's straight up, you're in debt as well. Can never get these like leaned the right way. Oh, there. Yay. No glare. So yeah. So with it coming in reverse, she's recovered over this a little bit from her previous lifetime. But with the Ace of Pentacles, I think that this card is all about, like, not planning, investing in the wrong things to sustain yourself. And like I said, going into debt. So maybe she's had some recovery over being in debt this lifetime, of course, with the 5 of Pentacles reversed. But then this one here shows me that there's still just this, this bad investment, this lack of money, and poor planning. So that's really interesting for as far as, like, karma for this lifetime, because it doesn't doesn't look to me. I'm leaving the cards out over here so I can see them. It doesn't look to me like she's in it for the right reasons, being on the court. Those are awful cards. So okay, so what my next two cards are going to be what is it that she's done to become SCOTUS, and we'll see, how honest or not her deeds have been. So the first card I get is the Two of Wands. So she's put herself out there. This card brings in the element of, maybe if I bring it over here, there's less of a glare. Yeah, maybe a little bit. This brings us to that place where there's the planning, there's two paths you can go down, that one. But also it brings in that quality of restlessness, and it's not really final. I mean, but so she put herself out there to get it, and of course, Trump took the bait. But I wonder. Well, no, actually, I don't wonder. I know that the Federalist Society and Citizens United and all these other super PACs, and maybe in her case, because she's, devout, I don't know, is she Catholic, Christian? I don't know what her thing is, but, and I'm not putting down any religion. It's just, in her case, I kind of feel like it could be like Opus Dei could have some pull in there, could have had some pull to get her in, because this card tells me she put herself out there to get what she wanted. So that's confirmation there. And wow, oh my goodness, with the High Priestess, wow, what else did she do? I feel like she's hiding something. She's got this major hidden agenda. It's when this card's straight up, it's all about, your intuition and connecting with your higher self and coming from that realm before you move forward. When it's reversed, there's betrayals, there's secrets, there's oh goodness. Self-doubt, because she doesn't have her connection, but what she did is she came in with a hidden agenda, but then, oh, you know what, this could speak to because when it came push to shove, she didn't support Trump. She jumped on his bandwagon, and then again, it's probably Federalist Society and other big money super PAC, other organizations that actually, pushed her towards him, because that's what they do. That's what they do. And all of them, except for all of the Republican appointees, except for John Roberts, was brought in by the Federalist Society to the president. Whichever president was in power at the time. So she came in. What she did to get in is she lied, and she had a hidden agenda, and then she betrayed Trump. So I don't know. I'm not going to fault her for that. Interesting. Okay, so the karma that's hanging over her. So two cards for that. Karma that's hanging over her. Well, so we have the Ten of Wands reversed. So I don't know if she's going to take on the burden that she's, all these judges, they take on this mantle, of this responsibility that comes with the robe, and they wear this responsibility on their shoulders. I mean, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she took it so seriously, and she worked really, really hard. I don't know if Amy is, honestly. I honestly don't. Let me see if I can feel into. No, I think she's going to be slowing things down. What's hanging over her, though, This card also relates to failure, because when it's straight up, we've taken it on and we've got this big, oh, what am I saying? It's not the ten of wands, it's the 9 of wands. We've got this defensive position and we've worked really hard. Now, when it's reversed, then the defense is not so wise. There's exhaustion. There's that place of like where you don't have any fight left. I mean, because you can see clearly if I get up close without a glare. This is a wounded warrior, right? I mean, look at that. The guy's been beat up. He's bandaged. He's worked really hard to hold that line, that position, but reversed. I don't think she's going to be working that hard. I feel like this has exhaustion, defensiveness, but in the wrong way. I don't know. I don't think she's going to work that hard, honestly. And that's what's hanging over her. So, okay, what else is hanging over her? Well, I don't need to tell you much about this one, but I'm gonna anyway. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, she's not at the top. She's fallen to the bottom. You know, this is the wheel of life that keeps turning no matter what we do. This is when it comes through reversed, this is misfortune. This is being stuck and stagnant, like stuck in a groove you can't get out of. It's setbacks. It's one of the cards of delay. So that's interesting. That's really, really interesting. We'll see later what that spells out. Okay, so next, I want two cards for her professional future. Ooh, Judgment reverse. So we've got a couple, let's see, three major arcana so far. Yeah, wow. So with Judgment reversed, professionally, she's just not. It's a lot like this card, where she's not going to pull her weight. She's this feels to me like for her, oh my goodness, like it's her position was just not meant to be. Not meant to be. She wasn't meant to be there. I think she's going to be feeling down. I think she's going to have lots of regrets. I think there's going to be lots of regret that she has ever been put in the position. And people are going to be doubting her and her abilities, of course. So that's really interesting. And this also on a professional level, because this is literally judgment, someone judging something. But when it's reversed, it's misjudgment. So I think professionally, people are just not going to have faith in her ability to judge. Okay, so one more card for her professional future. Yikes! Ooh. She's caught in a place in her soul where she's being controlled, and there's attachments like crazy. I don't know if she's an addicted type of a person, but man, I mean, if you just look at the image, there's chains around these people. Of course, they can take the chains off and walk away, but yikes. This is like greedy, cheating, abusive, pessimistic, blindness. Who wants this on the Supreme Court? Really? And she's so religious. So what's this doing here? Right? It's kind of like, what's she doing there? Okay, so now 2 cards for her personal future. Okay, first one with a 9 of Pentacles personally. This can be a card of taking on a lot of debt. It's a card of dependency when it comes to, like the physical realm, of course, because we're in Pentacles. So it feels to me like there's some, well, on some levels, besides a dependency, on some levels there can be workaholism. It's my workaholic card. She's not going to be enjoying, I don't think she's going to be enjoying her position personally. This card sometimes has to do with a lot of overspending, that can often be reckless. And let's see, it's also too, when it comes to money, it's a card of deceit. This is in her personal future. Okay, one more. I don't know if the woman's headed for a divorce. I get this card when there's a need for self-love. I don't know what she's going to need to love herself through. It's a card of regret. You've made a decision, you've done what you're supposed to do in the past, but now you're regretting it. You've gotten in bed with someone you shouldn't have ever committed to in any way, shape, or form. This is in her personal future. It's also, like I said, a card of divorce. At the least, there's going to be in her personal life a lot of arguing going on. If she doesn't get divorced, I think there'll be arguing going on. But let me leave these here. Move my tarot deck out of the way and use the Kipper to just look into her future, just her future only. Okay. Okay, so the main male is her husband. Imprisonment. I don't know if this means actually being locked up or restriction, because it can be just a restriction. Interesting. I don't know anything about her husband. Is there any darkness around him that would get him locked up? I don't know. She's going to be obsessively thinking. This is also a card of mental illness. This is a card of going over regrets. Going over regrets, just like, just like the Lovers reversed. So that's interesting. And it's possible that that's Trump. I don't know. Let's see. What else? Occupation. Okay, so she's working. So these cards together, because, of course they all influence each other. Let me see if I can get it. That's the challenging thing this way. It's like it's the mirror image. So we just have to remember this one came first, right? Okay. So this could be, I'm wondering if the Capitol riots will end up going to the Supreme Court, and she has a lot of concern over her work about it. But I was asking about her future. So she's going to at least feel restricted. I don't know if she could be locked up for anything, or if her husband could be, because, we've got his card too. So that's really interesting. Okay, so these cards all influence each other. So let's see what else to bring us into the story. Courthouse. That's her position. So that's work. So she's got a lot of concern and worry, stressed out to the max. This is just like this card here is just like the Nine of Swords in the tarot. So she's worried, and she's worried about how well she can do her job on the bench. That's wow. And obviously it's because there's been some type of a payoff that I'm thinking might come through. Evidence may come through. Somebody got paid off. Let's keep going. Yeah. Somebody in her immediate circle. So if it wasn't her, it was her husband. You know, she's got a lot of kids. I don't think kids got paid off. So, you know, they're not that old. But for her, you know, because we have to remember this is the first card I drew, and that's her husband. So I don't know if her husband orchestrated something. I need to find cards that aren't glossy. Well, I do have them, but next time I'll use cards that aren't glossy. So anyway, I think there's something to there. It's possible that her husband is her and her husband could be very restricted, or somebody could even be locked up. And for what, I don't know, except for the clues are that her position on the court was paid for. And here, you know, and this is her right in her living room, right in her family room, right in her immediate circle of people. And because, you know, of course we have the main male, this tells me it's her husband. Let's see if we can get some more clues. Could it be also a younger woman who brought in some money? And yeah, back to the house card. I don't know if this would be Ivanka and this would be the White House, or if this is somebody in her family. I tend to think it's somebody in her family because we have, you know, the family room. This is the immediate family. So that's interesting. So that could be because this gal, when this comes in, is if it's a person. Now it's not always a person, but if it's a person, it's a sister or daughter, or someone close, like a sister-in-law. If it's not a person, it's just money, wealth. You know, it's wealth. So wow, yeah. And here we go. You know, adjudication. It's brought before the courts. I mean, here we have it. We have it here, but I think this is more about her occupation because I drew the occupation card first. And this is, it will go before a court. There will be an examination of the facts and the evidence. So this is really, really interesting. Let me see. Scooch these over here. Let me see if I can get a time frame when all this is going to come down. I created this little deck here where and it's been pretty darn accurate. Okay, so when is all this going to come down around Amy Coney Barrett? Wow, about 3 months. But we might even hear something in less than a week, and then there could be like a time span between 3 and I don't know if this is this is a mirror image and it looks backwards to me, but anyway, 3 months to 8 months. So that it would be maybe some information comes out in 3 months, and then some more information comes out in 8 months. And I don't know if it's going to be about her or if it's going to be more about her husband. So, okay, you guys. Well, that's all I've got with Amy Crazy Barrett. For for her stepping into that position. Something's off there. The way she got in, pushed through quickly by Mitch McConnell, of course, and the people that put her in power into the position to even get into, the bench. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I don't have any faith in her. But at least she did vote the right way against Trump when it came down to it a while back. So, okay, well, that's all I have, you guys, for now. I'll be back later. Bye.